lucky star fell out.
Wish we could have won that. At least came home second.
Right before my wishing well went right.
That is right there. First win of the season. We just made it through Tech. Right there at the white flag, obviously, Kaboo. We had blown up.
Played the lottery with last month's rent. I'm still waiting on my ship to come in. Bad luck was always hanging around. A good roll was always letting me down. I had every reason in the world to give up.
Well, after 3 months, we're finally back in my happy place, and that's right, that's the racetrack. How's it going, everyone? It's been a while since I've been on YouTube giving you an update. The last video I put out, like you guys saw, was at Placerville when we flipped. We tore up a bunch of stuff. We got a lot of damage, a lot more than I thought we had, and that kind of was a big damper on our little race team. Financially, it was a lot of work to get back to where we were. We anticipated to race Marysville, and then more bad luck struck. I got frickin' COVID, I guess, if that's what you want to call it, and just was pretty sick. So decided not to go down there. Didn't want to get other people sick, and definitely did not feel up to racing a car. But nonetheless, we're here at Willamette Speedway at my favorite event of the year, and that's the pocket change race Andrew Kunis puts on every single year. This event tonight, I think, is going to pay over $3,000. I think it's like $2,500 something in just change, and then a $1,000 bonus to the winner from Jim Nelson. So the reason I love this event, and I come back every year, because if you have followed the channel for a few years, we have had the absolute worst luck ever at this event. The first year, the car never even ran. I think we got 3 laps of hot laps. The second year, didn't even get to hot lap qualify, got a heat race, and then got into the first half of the front stretch on the green flag of the B main. Someone blew up in front of us, and then we wrecked. So hopefully this year, all of the bad luck is behind us, and we're gonna be able to get a full night in. A completely rebuilt car from when we wrecked, a new engine. We got an 08 in this time, and yeah, so I'm fingers crossed gonna have a good night tonight up here at the pocket change race. But like I said, the reason this is my favorite event of the year is because Andrew puts up so much money, and it's not just to the winner. There is a great payout throughout the main event. There are so many fun contingency awards throughout the entire night too. So such as the furthest falling back guy that finishes a race, the driver in 9th place, the furthest back car with an odd number, something like that. If you really go onto the Pocket Change Race Facebook, you can look at all these contingencies and you can see why it's such a cool race. Not only that, we're, I think, in the running for a tow bonus, so we automatically get money for showing up, and you're guaranteed money even if you make it out or you don't make it out of the B main. So nonetheless, Andrew is a big supporter of dwarf car racing. He puts on this great event every single year, and that's why we're up here to support him and this race. So really looking forward to getting back behind the wheel. Not gonna lie, a little nervous. I want to shake the rust off, but we are at a fast racetrack, and that's Willamette Speedway. One of the coolest tracks and my favorite track on the Northwest. So hopefully the car's set up. We got it tuned up in the shop this week. We got everything fired. It should run good. Let's just make it through the night and have a good time. That's all we're up here to do, so I'm looking forward to it. Let's get ready to go out for our hot lap session. I think it's gonna be hot lap qualifying, so we're gonna hot lap in our heat race, qualifying, 6-car invert, yada, yada, yada. It's qualifying points and passing points, which is a little bit different than most other dwarf car races here on the West Coast. So let's see where we're going to pill draw. Pit meeting is coming up. I will let you know where we pill draw after that. I wanted to take a second and kind of show you the car. Like I said, the new motor's in, new header. That looks really, really nice on there. And we kind of fixed up the damage the best we could. That was all bent in. The hood was folded up. New upper control arms. We had to fix the chassis right there. I want to thank all my great sponsors: Jerry Hill, Livestock and Longhorns, Todd Thompson with Factory Power Curve, Darren Taylor Construction, Crown Motors of Reading, Josh Lozoya, Eddie Axner Construction, Coors Light, Big Valley Sanitation, Naake Suspension, and my dad right there. He's been a big supporter all year long, along with my family and friends. And you can't forget Joe Gibson riding on board with me in the passenger seat. The car looks good. I'm feeling good. I'm ready to go do this thing. So yeah, a little nervous like I said, but nonetheless excited to be here. So we just got done with our hot lap session, kind of went out second group and the track is dry, so that's good. It's going to be smooth, it's going to be dry. We have some mods getting ready to go out for their qualifying session. They might kind of bring the moisture up a little bit, but I don't think it'll do much with how dry it already is. Just came back here sitting in the car. We made some adjustments to tighten the car up just a little bit, and I'm looking at my telemetry on the race car right now, and it's definitely showing that when I kind of ran the middle of the track and then diamond off of 2, I could get more of a run and get more mile an hour down the backstretch, and then when I kind of dove the entry on 3, and then there's a little bit of grip a little bit higher in 4. When I got that grip, it gave me a lot more of a boost or an acceleration out of the corner than my slowest lap. So definitely cool to be looking at telemetry of how I just was on the track, and it's gonna reassure what I need to do when I go back out for my qualifying laps. So this is definitely a really cool tool and something that I think I'm the only person that has. So to be able to go look at your laps, verify your acceleration, your lean angle, and so much more data per lap and even sectors on the track is pretty cool, and I don't think anyone else really does that. So we have all the data right here, all the telemetry of the race car, and it's definitely helping me out here at the pocket change race. So we're gonna get it ready to go out and qualify. Heat number 2 is where we are, so we need to qualify quick time, so we start 6th and get as many points as possible to lock into the feature. Let's go do it. So we just got done with qualifying. I only got really a lap. A car spun out in front of us and it kind of just ruined our last lap and the lap that we were on. So qualified 5th out of I think 8 or 9. So we'll start front row outside of the heat race. Took a pretty big swing at the car. Gonna try to get a little more drive off the bottom and tighten it up a little bit. It's getting really slick and I think it's gonna rubber down on the bottom. So we're done setting it up. We changed our cross, we changed our track bar and a little bit of shocks. We adjusted those too. So we're gonna fix this panel. It's bent out a little bit, don't wanna grab a tire. And then we're gonna roll out front row outside of heat number 2. it's kind of hard for me to stay positive right now. This was looking to be our best year yet, and it's quickly turned into the absolute shittiest year we've ever had. 2 blown up motors, flipped, destroyed a bunch of stuff, and just, I don't know, we didn't feel good in the heat race. I thought we made all the right setup adjustments, but we did not. The car just felt tight, didn't feel good, and then you saw there the motor just let go. So at least this time we got hot laps qualifying in kind of a heat race, so we're kind of piecing together the pocket change race. We're really not. So I don't know. It's hard for me to be positive right now. The only thing I can say is thank you to all my great partners for allowing me the opportunity to at least get up here and turn some laps this weekend. I feel absolutely gutted that we don't have the results that I feel like we are capable of for our great partners, because we are braking. There's absolutely nothing I could have done different. We went to an 08 motor. We did exactly that everybody recommends, and that could be the shortest amount of laps we've ever gotten on a motor till it blew up. So from here forward, I really don't know what my plans are. We're definitely done for the season, and I don't know. I'm not thrilled or confident in going to get another motor just to do the same thing. I don't know. So we'll see what happens in the coming weeks, but nonetheless, a huge thank you to all my supporters, partners, my dad, mom, Whitney, for coming up here with me this weekend. We will get home and I guess assess the damage. There's nothing to assess. The motor's toast, the rod's halfway out the block. So I guess I'll just show you more when we have better light. So with that said, another pocket change race, 3 for 3. Don't even make the main event. So at least we're on a hot streak for the shittiest performance up here. Well, we got the car here getting cleaned up. That is that's the big ball of fire right there. This is the absolute worst I've ever seen it. You can look at this. The whole rod is out, and I mean melted down. It's a really unfortunate way to end our season, but it's kind of like the reoccurring theme every year up at the pocket change race for us. But this season especially, blowing up 2 times and doing what everyone says, buying an 08, keep it absolutely stock, run it as factory as possible. We have a cut pan with an NXS swivel pickup. We run Motul 300V 10W40, and we blow up in the heat race. So I don't know what to do, honestly. I think the WSCCA needs to evaluate kind of the way we do things, because restricting us to a 2016 and older with using only a select few manufacturers is not keeping the cost down. It's not making this racing affordable when we're blowing up $2,000 to $3,000 engines and we just have to go get a new one because we blew up. It's proven that when we rebuild the motors, they still pop at random times with our 03 and 04s. It's just really frustrating. I don't know what to do. Everyone has a different opinion. Oh, you just need to go get it out of a wrecked bike. Oh, I'm content. I got 5 years out of this motor from an eBay motor. It's like, it's just a lottery and it's not affordable. So I think we need to open up the rule book. I don't think buying the newest motor is going to solve any problems, but I sure as hell think that being able to try things is definitely going to help progress us into the future, to find a package that is reliable and more affordable. It might be more expensive up front, but if it lasts a lot longer, then it is more affordable. So anyhow, just kind of my frustrations there. You know, this is the most fun race car I've ever raced. Like I said, this season was looking really promising. We were really fast. We've had, I think our first night was a second place, second night was a fourth place, and then a win, and then running decent, and then blew up, and then just catastrophe from there, from Placerville, Quincy, and then now to this. So very unfortunate. Like I said, I love these race cars, but something's got to be done, because to me it's just not ideal to go keep buying these motors and then just hoping they don't blow up. So if anyone has any tips, secrets, ideas, reasoning as to why they do what they do, go ahead and comment below. I think we need to have these conversations. And if you think that there's something that the WSDCA does not allow us to do but would help, I want to hear that too, because the research is definitely going to help us in the future. Once again, I'd like to highlight all of my great sponsors and show them to you, because without them, we couldn't have done what we did, at least this season. It takes everyone on this race car, and I cannot thank them enough for all the help and support throughout the season. Jerry Hill Livestock and Longhorns on the front end there. Todd Thompson with Factory Power Curve. Darren Taylor Construction. Crown Motors Redding. Coors Light. Eddie Axner Construction. Josh Lozoya. Joe Gibson. Big Valley Sanitation. And Ben Weiss with Naake Suspension. All of them make this possible. And my dad, Whitney, and my mom for being the biggest supporters throughout the year. So that's going to end today's video. That's going to end the season. I will give you an update as to what we decide to do in the future, but we will see. I really want to keep racing these cars, but I think some things need to change. Anyhow, thanks for watching.